It's such a lovely night, beloved. Beautiful moon, the stars. That's how I feel when I look into your eyes. I see stars. Beloved, please talk to me. Are you still mad that I'm going to see the president? This is a big opportunity for me. It's not every day I get a chance to interview the president of the vintage sports card world. Please, beloved, talk to me. I promised you I would do the dishes and play Scrabble and go over and see home movies with your mom. Please, beloved. And no, I don't love my collection more than you. I don't think. Beloved, please. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just flustered. I promise. And I'll only spend $2 a card. Mangini gets to spend $3. And no, he's not going to get me in any trouble. I promise you, I'll be back shortly. I'll be back before you can say Jack Flash. Beloved,
if you promise to do all those things, I suppose.
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you love me more than your cards?
Yes, I do, beloved. You know I do. I woke up the next morning wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. I caught the first train out. I was off to see President John Mangini of the vintage sports card world. What an honor. I was so curious to see why he loved Willie Stargell. What boyhood memories did it bring back for him? I was going to find out. I knew he was surrounded by tight security. My only concern was I going to be able to get through? Wow, that was something. I got a little derailed. Willie wouldn't let me go any further. I told you the president's security is second to none. Calm down a bit, it's all right. I was invited. But he won't let me go any further. I'm going to have to give my questions to the First Lady to ask to the president. Let's see what he said.
Do you know what I like to do when Dayne asks me to be part of his interview series? I like to look at some baseball cards. Dayne has 5 questions for me. And I have invited my wife to ask those questions to me. Take it away.
Okay, it's about Willie Stargell. When did you first notice Willie Stargell?
So Willie Stargell was the biggest Pittsburgh Pirate when I was a little kid. So I essentially knew him as long as I can remember. And my father would always talk about him. And he would brag because Willie Stargell was the first player ever to hit a ball out of Dodger Stadium. And he's the only player to do it twice. And he's the only left-handed batter to do it. So I grew up with Willie Stargell being my idol, as Roberto Clemente predated me a little bit. So Willie Stargell was the man.
Where does Willie Stargell rank up for you on the all-time list of great Pirates?
Well, I don't really rank players. They're all great in their own way. He definitely ranks as one of the greatest all-time Pirates, and probably one of the top 2 home run hitters the Pirates ever had with Ralph Kiner. Willie Stargell, I can only imagine if he didn't play his early years in Forbes Field, how many home runs he could have had playing in Three Rivers Stadium his entire career. You know, his first full year in Three Rivers Stadium in 1971, he hit 48 home runs.
What are your top 3 Willie Stargell cards?
Wow, it's hard for me to pick just 3. As I said, 1971 was a breakout year for Willie, and the 1972 Topps has always been my favorite card of his. Here's the Topps. Here's the O-Pee-Chee. And growing up, these two cards just meant the world to me because he was on these leader cards. These are the O-Pee-Chee leader cards. And I just loved them as a kid. Now here's a 1974 Deco Edge. This is a tough card. Of course, I have a Willie Stargell bat, signed ball behind me. One of my most cherished pieces is my grandmother. Her hobby was refunding, and we used to always have to give her our garbage, we called it, and she would take and cut off, box bottoms and stuff and send in for free items. It was her hobby. And Wise Potato Chips was doing a giveaway of a photograph of Willie Stargell. And one day she brought it over and gave it to me. Now this was hanging on my wall when I was a little kid. And now it still hangs on my wall. It says, "Good luck in the Wise World Series of Snacks." A cherished piece of mine. Not only is it Willie Stargell, not only was it hanging on my wall as a child, but my grandmother gave it to me.
Tell us your favorite Willie Stargell story.
Well, my favorite personal Willie Stargell story is I went to Steve Blass's baseball camp, and he took us to Three Rivers Stadium to play. And I got hitting lessons from Willie Stargell, one of the highlights of my life. One of the best stories about Willie Stargell, and for those of you not from Pittsburgh and don't know the story, the Pittsburgh Pirates had an announcer named Bob Prince. And Willie Stargell had a chicken place in the Hill District in Pittsburgh. And Bob Prince went on air and he promised free chicken when Willie Stargell hit a home run. And he would call it Chicken on the Hill. And Willie hit a home run and all these people showed up for free chicken. And Willie didn't know anything about it. It wasn't his promotion. And after that, Willie Stargell was synonymous with Chicken on the Hill.
Are there any Willie Stargell cards you would still like to acquire?
Yes, I have the 1972 Willie Stargell Topps poster. I'd like to get to 1971. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. So that is the one Willie Stargell piece I'd like to acquire. That's what I have for you. Thank you, my lovely wife.
Thank you. I always learn something from these sessions.
Thank you, Dayne. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I gots to go.
Did you enjoy our episode with President Mangini? Why we collect who we collect? And learning about Willie Stargell? I had some tough security. He hasn't taken his eye off me. But you know what? Now I gots to go. I gotta get home. Join us next time on Classy Sports Cards.